Hello and welcome. In today's class, I'll be discussing the matrix transpose question from ISC 2023 question paper. According to the question, a class trans is defined to find the transpose of a square matrix. A transpose of a matrix is obtained by interchanging the elements of the rows and columns. So let's try to understand this with an example. So if the size of the matrix is 3, if it's a 3 by 3 square matrix, and this is our original matrix, and then if you look at the transpose matrix, you will see that all the rows have become columns. So 11, 5 and 7, this is one row and this has become one column now. 8, 13 and 9, the second row, and this is the second column now. And 1, 6 and 20 is the last row. This has become the last column. And this can be achieved by interchanging the row index and the column index. So here are the details of the class trans. We have a two-dimensional array to store the integers in the matrix. M is going to be the size of the matrix. Then we have a parameterized constructor to initialize the data member, the size. Fill array function is going to fill the matrix with integers. The transpose function is going to find the transpose of the matrix, and the display function is going to display the original matrix and the transpose matrix by invoking the method transpose. We also need to define a main function to create an object and call the functions accordingly to enable the task. So let's begin writing the program now. So here I have created a file trans.java. Let's start with the import statement to import the scanner class. Class trans. Then we have these data members, a two-dimensional array, and the size m. We then create the constructor. So m equals double m, and now we will use this size to create the array object. So I'll write the array variable equals new int m rows and m columns. So the array object is created in the constructor. The next function is the fill array function. This is where we will be doing user input to fill up the matrix, and for that we require the scanner object. And to fill up the matrix, we will require a nested loop. And we can give a heading message also. Enter matrix elements. For int I equals 0, I less than m, I plus plus. So row wise we are entering the values. J is equal to 0, j less than m, j plus plus. And in the array, we input the elements. Now the fill array function is complete. Next is the transpose function. Now to find the transpose of the matrix, we will create a temporary two-dimensional array to find the transpose. So I can write int matrix equals new int m by m. And once again, we require this nested loop. So we can copy the code from here. And instead of inputting, we are just going to interchange the values between rows and columns. So I can write matrix j and I equals the array I and j. So this way, the individual rows becomes columns in the new matrix. Now, once this is done, once we have found the transpose of a matrix in a separate array, we can now update the original matrix. We can write ARR equals the matrix. So this way, we have updated the original matrix. Then we have the display function where we will be displaying the matrix in the matrix format. So once again, the nested loop is required, and now we will print here so the display function is done, and now we only have to create the main function. Now in main function also we require the scanner object because we'll be inputting the size of the matrix from the user. So here also we create the scanner object. And now we ask the user to enter the matrix size. Once we know the size, we can create the object of this class using this constructor that we have created over here. So we can write trans obj equals new trans in bracket the size. Next, we call the fill array function. Then we call the transpose function. And finally, the display function. But one more thing here. Before finding the transpose, we want to print the original matrix as well. So after filling up the array, I can give another heading message here. Let's say original matrix. And we call the display function here, which will display the original matrix. And after finding the transpose, we again give a heading message here. Transpose matrix. And once again, when display function is called, it will show us the transpose matrix. And our program is complete. Let's save and check. So we are giving the size as 3 And let's input the elements. So 11, 5, 7, 8, 13, 9, 1, 6, and 20. So you can see firstly the original matrix is displayed, and after that the transpose matrix. And you can see over here how each row has become a column. 11, 5, and 7 has become a column. 8, 13, 9 has become the next column. 1, 6, and 20 has become the last column. So that's how we can find the transpose of a matrix in Java. That's all for today. I hope you have understood this program. If you still have any questions, you can always get in touch with me through comments. Thank you for watching. See you in the next class.